welcome. My name is Ashlyn Smith.
Hi, I'm Caden.
Nice to meet you, Caden.
Nice to meet you too.
So tell me what brings you in today.
So I am, just getting out of college, getting my first job. I feel like I'm gonna have a pretty good paycheck coming in, but honestly, I have no idea what I should be doing. I just kind of need some guidance in these next steps.
Okay, awesome. So, as far as your job goes, do you have it set, or is it looking like you're going to get it?
It's sure looking. I hope I get it.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed. It's pretty much a done deal. I just need to sign the paperwork.
Okay.
Sign the contract. So yeah, I'm pretty confident I'll get the job.
Have they told you what you're going to be making?
Yeah. So I think I'll be making in the ballpark of $65,000 a year.
Okay.
So a pretty good amount right now to start on, but I do expect that to go up, hopefully pretty significantly within the next 5 years or so.
Right. Okay. My next question will be, what area are you going to be living in? Are you going to stay around here, or is this moving off somewhere?
I'm actually going to move out of Lubbock, so it's in Dallas. So I'll be in Dallas, and at the moment, I'll probably move in with my parents. They're in the Fort Worth area. And so I think I'll stay with them for a little bit, but there's a lot of people in the house, and so I'm not trying to stay there for too much time.
Right.
And so I would really like an apartment in Dallas, especially like uptown Dallas, because people in my business, I feel like they're pretty well to do, and I want to promote that about myself. So I think living in that uptown area. You
want to fit in with
I kind of want to fit
with
in
your coworkers.
Yeah, so I know it's a little more expensive, but that's why I've kind of come here too, to figure out what I can afford. Right.
Okay. Well, let's just go over a couple things and see how long you're gonna have to be sharing a bathroom with your family.
Yeah.
So coming out of college, what type of debts do you have? Student loan, car payment?
I do have student loans. And I have about $45,000. I pretty much had to take student loans the whole way through college. My parents believed in me funding it. They funded their own college, so they kind of wanted me to, go through that myself. And I wasn't able to work all that much while in college, and so I definitely took the burden of that debt. So I have about $45,000, and with all other payments and debts, I don't have any at the moment, but I don't know how to do I've never had a car payment. They've helped me with all of that.
Right.
So I will expect to have car payments once I move out. Once I'm in that apartment, hopefully, I'll have utility payments. So there's a lot of things I still have to look forward to, but they're not quite there yet.
Okay, so you're going to be taking over a lot of the things that your parents have been taking care of while you've been in school. Mm-hmm. So you're looking at those added expenses as well. Yeah,
they've let me live with them, but pretty much I'm on my own. I'm on my own. I'm an adult now. I'm grown up. So
understandably
phone bill and all.
Do you have any siblings?
I do. I have a sister.
Okay. Does she live with your parents as well?
Yes, she does. And then her and her little baby live with us.
Her little baby.
And her fiance, her little baby.
So is it a niece or a nephew?
It's a niece.
How old is she?
She is 9 months old. Yeah, and her name's McKinley, and she's super cute. And so I don't mind being home to see her and see that, but her fiance has a kid from a prior relationship who's 3, and she will now be living with us as well. So I don't want to stay too long, because that's a lot of kids running around the house.
And if you're not used to that, that can be a little frustrating.
Yeah, a little frustrating.
How many bathrooms are in the house?
It's a good sized house.
Okay.
So they have, when you walk in, it's the first floor. You take a left, and there's a guest wing. Mm-hmm. My parents' bedroom is to the right, and the upstairs has my sister's bedroom, my bedroom, and a shared bathroom. Okay. And my bedroom is like a baby closet right now, and so I take the guest room. So it works out fine. I have my own bathroom. I have the own room.
Right. You have a little bit of space from everybody else.
Yeah. I have a little bit of privacy, but it's temporary. Definitely temporary.
Well, that is going to make it a little more bearable instead of being right there next to the baby's room.
Not the 4 of them and then me all sharing a bathroom. Which
that helps a lot.
For.
You would be out of there quicker than you thought if that were the case.
Yes, I would be.
So you have one sister, and a soon-to-be brother-in-law.
Yep.
A niece and is it another niece?
It's
or
another niece.
Okay,
yeah.
so 2 nieces. So definitely want to take into account presents for the nieces.
Yes,
if you're going to be living
have to do
close.
that. Yep. And also different family trips that we go on. We do a lot of that. So like presents, and then I want to be able to go on those trips with them, even if it's like going to the zoo or something like that.
Right.
And be able
you
to.
can find some good deals.
Yeah, find some good deals
Yes.
and be able to fit that into my budget. Just being able to spend time with them and get them things that they they deserve it. If I want to spoil them.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's easy to do, especially with little girls.
Yeah.
So, you both of your parents, do they work? Are they retired?
They're working.
They're working?
Yeah.
Okay. So what was it like growing up? How did your parents handle money?
So that's a good question. They were very, very frugal people, and they still are. So they grew up in very big families with not a lot to go around. So my mom was one of 9. My dad was one of 7. And he grew up in a house in Utah, and my mom in South Dakota. And, low income all the way through. And then they've made good careers, but they don't spend very much.
Right.
So it's, growing up, I always thought money was super tight, and we didn't have much. So I have a little bit of that in me, but then I also like to spend on.
You're also excited to be making your own money.
I'm excited to make my own money and spend it, because I feel like I've lived in this.
Right.
Don't spend any more than you need to. Always find the best deal.
Oh yeah.
So definitely grew up.
That's good. That's a good place to start.
Yeah. I'm happy I grew up that way instead of the other way.
Yes, it's hard to come back from that.
Mm-hmm.
So did either of your parents grow up on a farm or a ranch or anything like that?
Yeah, my mom in South Dakota did. She grew up in a really small town outside of Rapid City. And it was, small population, small high school, and you can still kind of see it where she is. Like, she wants to be out in the country, and she wants to be away from the city.
More of a small town person.
She's a small town person through and through. And
how did he get her to Dallas?
Funny, so she went to college in Rapid City. She had a basketball scholarship.
Oh wow.
And he went to college at BYU, Brigham Young University, and he had a football scholarship.
Wow.
And she decided she didn't want to play basketball. He decided he didn't want to be in the church or play football anymore. And they both transferred to the most opposite places that they could have ever gone to. And they went to Arizona State. And so they both met at Arizona State, partying, I'm sure. And, leaving their repressive whatever childhoods they had.
Kind of discovering who they are.
Yeah, really living up college. So that's how they ended up meeting each other, and they've kind of moved around the country and ended up in Texas. Yeah.
Okay. Do you see yourself staying in the Dallas area?
For the moment, I do. Yeah, I really enjoy the area. I have a bunch of friends down there. It's a good area. Yeah, it's a great area. I mean, good job.
Kind of a hub.
It is a hub of Texas, and my family's right there.
Right.
So I kind of want them close. Not too close. Not
like
not the whole way down.
Right.
But close enough.
Are you going to be doing any traveling for work or anything like that?
Probably not for work, but I definitely want to do traveling. So I've spent some time out of the country. I had a year in college where I was living in England, and I loved it, and I love Europe, and I want to go back as soon as possible. And so as much time as I can spend there and as quickly as I can get there, the better.
Understandable.
So definitely want to travel.
So, your job, you said you were going to be making base pay about $65,000, and you thought that might go up.
Yeah.
Does that include any commissions? Are you going to be making commission, or is that just salary?
At the moment, that's all base, and it'll be base for a couple of years, and then it should be commission. So what I'm doing is I'm going to be a financial analyst for companies where when I have a larger corporation looking to acquire a smaller company, then I'll go in and kind of value the company and what it's worth, and kind of the products that it sells and how much inventory it has, and any type of thing related to the company.
Right.
And I'll tell the larger company what they should pay for that smaller company. And right now I'm just kind of learning and get my feet under me with that. And then once I get better at it, it'll be a commission-based position. And that's where I expect to make a lot of money.
Right.
Is when these big acquisitions happen and I'm at the forefront of it.
Right.
I could make a decent amount.
You get to benefit from that.
Yeah, I could benefit from it, but I have to learn the way first. And so So for now, it's 65,000 base, and then it'll in about 5 years I should be fully commissioned, kind of take my own cases and get my own clients.
Right. Well, good. That's definitely a good place to start.
Mm-hmm.
So going back to more towards you personally and your finances, what kind of car do you drive?
So right now I have a Nissan Altima, and it's a 2012. It's a good car, but I do actually want to get a new car.
Right.
Like I said, kind of the image I want to put out about myself.
Upgrade a little bit.
Yeah, so like living in uptown, and I want to look at getting a nicer vehicle more than a Nissan.
Mm-hmm.
Whether I have to lease or buy,
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's something I'd have to look into. But yeah, I've always been pretty fond of Cadillacs, so if I get a nice Cadillac, I think that'd be pretty good. I'd fit in a little better with all the older people that work.
There you go. Might think you're a little more mature.
Exactly, yeah. Think I'm doing better than I actually am.
Right. Okay, so is that car paid off, or do you still owe on that?
Yeah, the Ultima's paid off.
Okay, good. That's a good place to start.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty good. It does have a few dents in it though, so I'm not sure what the trade-in value would be if that was anything of importance, but
well, maybe if anything, you could sell it on your own. Some high school kid,
yeah,
family
maybe.
buying, you
Cash
typically
for
get a little
clunkers.
more for it selling it on your own.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, true.
Well, especially around this area, I think they all have dents. Those hailstorms in the summer, so.
Yeah, and all those crazy college kids.
That too.
You never know who's gonna sideswipe you on the street.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
With a bicycle or a car.
That's true. Some drunk guy on a Lime scooter, right on the side of the car.
Is that what happened to one of your dents?
It is what happened to one of my dents. Yeah.
Was he okay?
Just I don't know. I'm sure he was. He was drunk.
He probably didn't feel
He popped
anything.
right back up and just kept scooting on.
Nice.
I mean, I'm sure the next day he woke up and thought, "Wow, what happened?"
Wow, I feel like I've been hit by a truck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I ran into a car last night.
Yeah. So, along the lines of your personal finances, you said earlier that you have about $45,000 in student loans.
Mm-hmm.
Have you thought about how you're going to approach that? Are those government loans? Are those private loans?
So those are a mix of some
Okay.
government and some private loans that I
Okay.
take out. And I haven't really thought too much on how I want to approach it. I think that's one of the first things I should focus on. I've been told by others that I should get rid of that student loan debt as fast as possible because I guess it grows fast.
Oh, yeah.
And it hasn't yet, but I mean, I'm finishing college in
Right.
a week. So I think as soon as I hit
So
that
exciting.
weekend. Yeah, it's exciting, but it's also nerve-wracking because I think when I hit that week, the student loans start piling up on itself.
You do have a little bit of a grace period.
Okay.
6 months typically, so we do have
Okay.
some time. So
Yeah.
maybe let's think of next time you can bring in some statements.
Yeah, definitely.
And let's see where we're at on that and kind of get a game plan for the future going.
Is there like a way I should go about it if I should go for the private ones or the federal ones first?
We can look at that when you bring in your documents.
Yeah.
So the private ones do typically have a higher interest rate, and those don't have. Those will accumulate interest while you're in school, whereas the government ones, the government pays that interest while you're in school.
Okay.
So those are definitely probably the ones that we want to attack first.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, once next time you come in, we can have all those documents in front of us and kind of get a game plan going for what we want to do.
Yes, definitely.
If we want to attack them separately or what we need to do for that. Are there any other finances that you have? Any medical bills that you pay on your own, or any debts like that?
No medical bills. I think I'm going to be on my parents' insurance for at least a couple of years, or at least I guess until I get onto my work insurance.
Right.
I'm not positive what they have, but I'm sure it's
Right.
something. It's not. I don't think I'm just like left with nothing at
Right.
all. So that medically wise, I'm fine. I do have like some other debt. I have a little bit of credit card debt actually, and not much, but I've noticed that I spend and it
Right.
piles up quick.
It's easy to do.
So so I like this suit. I felt like I needed to buy this for work at a new job, so
Right.
I spent on that. I like to go to nice dinners and things, so I kind of have a taste for good clothes, good food, and it adds up on the credit card. So
Yeah.
definitely. I feel like that's something I might need to track a little better.
Right. So is that something maybe that you'd like to pay off? And how many cards do you have?
Just one at the moment.
Okay, just
but
one.
it is like almost maxed out.
Got you.
So I don't
Is
know if I
that
should open up another one or if I should just kind
Okay.
of try to pay off the one I have now.
Okay. Well, we can talk about that later on when we start seeing kind of for sure what you're going to make and what your expenses are going to be.
Yeah.
As far as the credit cards go, is that something that you want to keep around, or would you rather not have a credit card?
I think I want to keep it around just because I know it helps with my credit score.
Right.
So I have a good credit score at the moment. Not perfect, but a good one. And I think it's because of this credit card. I mean, I spend a lot, but I always find a way to pay it off.
Right.
And so that's, I think, useful, but it's getting to the point where I feel like it's getting kind of out of control.
Right.
So I seem to be, getting to the point where I'm maxing it out, and I don't want to max out my credit card and then be worried about, well, how am I going to pay for whatever I need to pay for,
Right.
especially if it's an emergency that I need to pay for. So I think I might need to plan for that.
I know that you said while you've been in school, your parents have pretty much taken care of your expenses.
Yeah.
But do you have any emergency fund set up or anything like that? Okay.
I have $800 just sitting in a savings
Right.
account, and that's kind of
Okay.
for my summer little internship that I had. And like I don't work during the school year, so
Right.
whenever I'm
Okay.
in school, I just spend and spend and spend.
Right. Okay.
And so, I don't definitely don't have an emergency fund, but I feel like I don't really need one right now, just because I think I'm pretty healthy. I don't have a ton of stuff I'm too worried about, or
Mhm.
feel like need a decent, or an immediate
Right.
payment towards.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's fine. A lot of single college graduates without kids, that typically don't need quite as much for an emergency fund. Something to think about in the future, though.
Yeah.
It would be good maybe to add towards that down payment for a car. That's
Mhm.
gonna be a little bit less on your monthly payment that you're gonna have once you upgrade your car.
Yeah.
Different things that we can do to use that to your advantage. So maybe just kind of think about that. Think about what you might want to start with for an
Mhm.
emergency fund, or at least to start saving for those future goals.
Okay. Yeah.
Especially if you're wanting to, get an apartment, you're going to need a deposit. A lot of places require first month's rent, last month's rent, deposit,
Yeah.
all that fun stuff. Utilities are going to need to be turned on. So
Yeah.
maybe
True.
just something to kind of to
Remember all
prep
that.
us for that moving
Yeah.
out on your own. So
That's true. Because I know it's expensive, but I just feel like I gotta live that
Right.
lifestyle
right.
to kind of fit in. But yeah, no, that's a lot of things, especially paying the bills and utilities. It's something I haven't had to deal with too much, so I feel like that's gonna be a big kick to the paycheck.
Well, we'll make sure that you're prepared for
Yeah.
that. That way, this is why we're here.
Yes, definitely.
We'll make sure that you have a game plan. That way, you don't get there and say,
Yeah.
"What am I going to do? How am I going to do this?" So, I
Mhm.
definitely think that you made a good move coming here beforehand. That way, we know what to expect. We can talk about some ways to just make that a little bit easier on you.
Mhm.
So, are your parents excited to have you in the house again?
They are. They have missed me very much.
Do you
My
go
mom
visit much?
especially. Yeah. So I go back. I went back a lot last year. I missed them a lot, and I go back. I'd say at least the minimum once a month. But they're definitely gonna be happy I'm back. It's my mom, she loves me so.
Well, you're her only boy,
I am,
so
yeah.
naturally.
And we used to not be on the best terms, and then they moved to Texas, and I finished high school somewhere else. And since then, I have never lived with them for more than maybe a month. So I think she misses me quite a bit. So it's good.
Right.
We're on a better relationship
Good.
now than we used to be.
Good. So that's going to
distance
be
was good.
a good experience for everybody having
Yeah.
you back for a little bit.
Yeah,
Maybe
for a
make
little
up for
bit.
some lost time.
Yep.
Yeah. So, do you have an idea of how long you want to stay with them? I know you said it's temporary,
Mhm.
but as far as when are you going to start your job?
So I'm going to start in January, towards the end of the month.
Okay.
And I would like to be out and in my own place by the summer.
Okay.
I think that would be a pretty good,
Okay.
goal to have. Yeah,
I
so
think that's doable.
I think that I could be with them for a little bit, get all the kids used to me, so
Oh, yeah.
they like me and they aren't scared of me anymore. And then, get out eventually, because I don't want to overstay my welcome, because I feel, I'm so
Right.
lucky that I even have that place to be.
Yes.
So I don't want to stay too long, and I don't want to, fight too much with my parents, because
Yeah.
That's gonna be close quarters for a little while.
Yes, yes, especially being a college graduate and
Yeah,
on your own,
exactly.
don't want to helicopter.
Yeah, and I've been on my own since high school even.
Right.
So it's been 7 years now that I haven't like lived with my parents.
Right.
So I'm very much not looking forward to being under their rules again. I think they're pretty relaxed people, but they're gonna be like, oh, where are you? And
Yes.
I'm not used to that.
Yes, that's gonna
Yeah.
that's gonna be a little bit difficult, but
It will be.
6 months, I think we can do that. I think that's plenty of time
Yeah.
to get things going and get things in line. So
Mhm.
maybe we can tough it out. Maybe it won't be bad. So
Yeah, hopefully not too bad.
well, just to kind of recap, you're going to be moving back to Dallas in the next week or two.
Yep.
Do you have an apartment here?
I do have. Well, my parents bought a house here,
Oh, okay.
so it's like my apartment, I guess, but it's with my roommates and my parents own it, so I pay rent to them pretty much.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
I don't know what they're gonna do with that. I think they might sell it.
But
once
you
I
don't have to
leave.
worry about ending a lease
No,
or
don't have to worry
anything
about
like
ending a
that.
lease.
Okay, good.
Just my parents mad that I couldn't find someone to fill the next 6 months.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's maybe
Yeah.
they can. Who knows?
Yeah,
The school's
yeah,
starting
maybe.
back up in January. Maybe they
Yeah.
can figure something out. So you don't have to worry about a lease. You're going to be starting work at the end of January.
Yep.
So how about for next time? Let's, like I said, bring in those student loan documents. We'll get a game plan together for that.
Yeah.
I'd like for you to start maybe kind of keeping an eye on some apartments, maybe
Okay.
price checking some areas that you'd like so we know what to expect.
Yeah.
Check out some deposit ranges, what we're going to need to have put back for that.
Mhm.
Take a look at some cars and different lots, kind of find
Yeah,
the
yeah,
year
yeah.
model, try to get a ballpark estimate of
Mhm.
what we need to have put back to make this move good for
Would
you.
you have a recommendation of if I should buy a vehicle versus lease a vehicle? So I know a lot of people have talked about leasing a vehicle because it's so cheap for the
Right,
moment, but
right.
I didn't know if that was actually like a good deal.
So, in my opinion,
Mhm.
everyone's case is going to be different,
Yeah.
and different things work for everyone. But knowing what I know about you now and your situation, I definitely think that it would be easier for us to buy a car outright.
Okay.
If you've got the resources, you don't have too many things fighting for your paycheck every month. So I think
Mhm.
that you could easily put back a decent size down payment, if not buy a car outright in
Okay.
that 6 months. So maybe stick to the old Altima for a little bit and
a little bit.
just let her hang around for
Yeah.
some more time and
Make it a summer lifestyle change.
yes, there
Yeah,
you go.
yeah.
There you go. Maybe like 6 more months of college lifestyle
Yes.
and then
yeah,
and
sure
then we'll
I can
upgrade
manage.
in the summer. So
Yeah.
I think that'll be a good game plan. And
Okay.
of course, it's whatever you want to do. I just think
Yeah.
that would give us some time that you could research a little bit, see what you want to
Mhm.
get, what that's going to cost,
Yeah.
what that's going to look like every month. Because once you have your own apartment, you're going to have, like you said, the utilities, electricity, water,
Mhm.
internet, car insurance, phone bill, gas to and
Whole lot
from
more than
work.
I have right
Yes.
now.
So, but we'll have all that prepared, and
Yeah.
maybe this next couple weeks before we meet again, just kind of start trying to keep track of your expenses, what you
Okay.
spend, where you like to spend. I know you said you like to eat nice dinners and
Mhm,
buy nice
definitely.
clothes, and there's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that. So let's just kind of see how that fits into our college graduate job and
Okay.
see what we need to do to make all this work for you so that you can be where you want to be.
Yeah.
So, but I think that's all the time we have today. Thank you so much for coming
Yeah,
in,
well,
and
thanks
I'll
for
see
having
you
me.
next time.
Yeah, great. Thank you.
Thank you.